This is everything you would need to produce and edit a video. Pixelmator, then I have the stock photos app, and then the camera app, then GarageBand, which I make most of my music for all my YouTube videos in that, and then voice memos for recording voice memos and things like that, and then Procreate for thumbnails and lots of other things. Stay tuned for a full series on Procreate. And then Bruce Free, which is my audio recording app that I use to eliminate the background noise out of videos or audio. And then vidIQ for analytics for things like that and YouTube. And then Ferrite, which is my podcast editor of choice. And then YouTube Studio, and then Lightroom, then Lumifusion FX. So tip, if you ran out of layers in Lumifusion, you can send some of them to Lumifusion FX, compile it, and then resend it back into Lumifusion without having to close Lumifusion. And then Photoshop, because Photoshop, I make all my thumbnails in Photoshop. And then the Double Take app, so I can use both cameras. So it's great for when you're doing an interview or something like that, or if you want to record two different angles, it's great, like a close-up and a far away. Then Filmic Pro and Filmic Remote. Filmic Pro is the best video recording app on the iPad, and Filmic Remote allows you to use another device to control Filmic Pro, so you can have multiple devices and be able to monitor it, and or control your another device, white balance and things like that. And then the next page, I have HP Smart, which is the printer app that I need for automation to print to our printer. And then Photo Booth. And then I have the Clips app from Apple. Then I have Quick Voice, and which is a pretty good voice recording app, and then the Photo Doc app, and then Shaper 3D, which is really cool. It allows you to make full CAD models of things for all sorts of things. Then iMovie, it's not as good as Lumifusion is or Premiere Pro Rush, but it's free, comes with all iPads. It's a competent video editor for starting. Then Studio, which was over for what I used to use to make thumbnails and things like that, but now I use Photoshop. And then Designer, and then Photos for more advanced things when I'm not using the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. Tip, if you're a student, you can get a big discount on the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. Okay, so now moving on to Documents. Pages is my paper writing app that's rich text of choice. Then the Notes app for taking notes that syncs across everything. And the Notes app has really good spotlight search continuity, so that's great. Then Drafts, because Drafts is super powerful and my favorite plain text editor, and has a lot of automation and can do lots of things. Stay tuned for a full series on that. So the reason why I have all the apps in the folders is so I can pull it up when I'm in an app and do a split view, so I don't have to go back to the home screen. So folder is files and storage, and so I have local storage, which is my favorite third-party storage app. It can store anything you want. And then the Files app, of course. And then Yoink, which is Yoink and Gladys are my two favorite shelf apps, which are similar to local storage, but they do slightly different things. These are more like a metaphorical bookshelf, put your things on. Then my FTP manager that I use, it's also SFTP for Secure File Transfer Protocol for when I'm transferring files to school. And then iExpand for their Lightning-based devices. So now, next, like and share if you like this. Check out this video.